Morning, guys. The kids are going to be down in a minute. I haven't been awake long, so hope everyone's good. Obviously, we're on a different camera, different laptop for a while, but you'll get used to it. And then we're going to revert. So I've just woke up, so my hair's a bit. Yeah, I'm not awake yet, so I need tea, coffee. Wake up, Louis. I need to brush my hair as well. So obviously every day is an interesting day. I always wonder what I'm going to wake up to. Every day I'm like, in the name of defending Elvis, what am I going to wake up to? Quite a peaceful morning. Only a couple of quite long, cruel comments thrown at me. Every day is a what's that song? Love is a battlefield. Love is a battlefield. It does feel like that, doesn't it? It's like we're dodging the bombs. Shh, shh, oh, there's another one coming. Missile coming in. So I want to play Ginger Alden's. There's like this young lady is doing a Ginger Alden book review. Obviously, we have actually read most of the book online, yeah, and Ginger has actually given me permission to read parts of this book. So this young lady does really great reviews. You guys know that I talk to Ginger. I'm a fan of Ginger. I support Ginger. So it's interesting to know how, obviously, this young lady had. I'm just trying to see the name of her channel. Let's have a look. Let's just see if I can get the name of her channel up. Whatnow.net. Whatnow.net. She's a smart lady. She's lovely. I enjoy her interviews. We're sort of on and off with her when as she reads through Lisa Marie's book From Here to the Great Unknown. Sorry, no, get it right. Priscilla's book. Obviously, we love Lisa's book. Priscilla's book. She's sort of been. I've been jumping around with her on the chapters. I think the last one we did was chapter 19. So I'm going to play her chapter 20, I think 20 or 21. I sort of jump around, see how I feel. Yeah. Ginger Alden's book is a lovely book. Yeah. So I'm interested to know. She starts off with the introduction and chapter 1. They're around 12 minutes long per video, which is nice, comfortable listening. So concerning the whole defending Elvis thing, to try and cut a long story short, because we're defending Elvis, but we are also an Elvis channel, yeah. So we review lots of different things, whether it be books or other people's clips, other people's reviews. We're not just defending Elvis. I think people sometimes forget that we're also an Elvis channel. So there's a real thing at the moment. Does Elvis need defending? Does Elvis need defending? It's massive. I would say it's probably the biggest debate that's out there. And I think what people are sort of saying is, well, it's causing a lot of drama. It definitely is, yeah. So you've got people on each side of the fence with very strong views, yeah. But no matter what people say, I always think, well, what if we didn't? I always think that. I think, okay, there's plenty of people that think Elvis do not need defending. But what if we didn't? This is what I think. Louis has come along, and there's drama now. Yeah, Louis is discussing the people that betrayed Elvis. Yeah, it doesn't matter who it is. Now everyone's arguing about it. But what if Louis didn't? Yeah, because we've got to remember that many of these points that have been brought up in the name of defending Elvis's reputation needed to be brought up, because many of these things were just buried under the carpet. People were ignoring like they never happened. It was 20, 30 years ago. Let's not talk about it. But some of the people were still talking about these things now in 2025. This is the problem. It's like, how can I say it? wherever you go, you are still, the negative trash is still being discussed in detail everywhere by millions. It's everywhere. The negative Elvis stuff, negative Elvis news, yeah. And so, what, should we just do nothing? Just let it all go out. Let the world trash Elvis. I do think that the fact that we came along, okay, Louis begins this process, and then we grow a team called Team Elvis, Elvis Defenders, and we come together. But what if we didn't? I always think that. What if we didn't? Would that have been better? That Elvis's reputation was trashed and tarnished, and damaged and bent and warped, and no one said anything? Now, we know that there's thousands and thousands of fans that have always said things. Yeah, there's many people out there that have always defended Elvis, but it really is being highlighted at the moment. So there's a few posts that were coming out. I woke up to this morning, quite well-known people, that oh, Elvis is all about the music and about keeping it happy, smiling. Elvis had a beautiful smile. Elvis didn't like to argue. Let's go and listen to the music and put a movie on, an Elvis movie on. And people live in that world. They live in the glamorous world, dressing up cool and listening to the songs, having a little boogie, the lovely stuff, the good stuff, the stuff why we love Elvis. And that's great. People want to live in that bubble of keeping it positive, keeping it fluffy and lovely. That's great. But at what expense? At what expense? So we can enjoy the good bits. It's a bit like eating chocolate. We can enjoy it. We know it's probably not good for us if it's abused. The point I'm trying to say is, Elvis, yes, he provided us with the most amazing lives and music and his beauty, his appeal, his charisma, his charm, and all that. Obviously I love watching his movies. Yeah, I love watching Elvis. It's my favourite thing. I love watching Elvis. I think we all do. I think we all love watching Elvis, don't we? Anything Elvis, boom. Anything Elvis. You see something Elvis, boom. A movie comes on the TV, boom. It could be on the radio. Oh, it's Elvis. We all love it. But he deserves to be defended. He deserves to be defended. He deserves that we, when we hear the negative things, yeah, he deserves that we, the fans who benefit from how amazing he was, he deserves that we go, hang on a minute, you shouldn't be saying that. That's not fair. That may not be true. And I think this is what people are missing with the whole defending Elvis thing. Yes, we love Elvis. Elvis was all about love. Elvis was very positive. Hello. Okay. Elvis was all about love and enjoying the good bits, all of it. I'm reminded about it constantly. Oh, Elvis is about love. He was a good man. He was a kind man. He was a loving man. He was a Christian man. We love it all. We immerse ourselves in the positivity of Elvis. But that doesn't mean we turn a blind eye to the wrongdoing. It doesn't mean that we just go, okay. That means we can bury things under, in the sand. That's not fair. So there's a confusion here. Louis and Team Elvis, defending Elvis is all about hate, causing arguments, and challenging people, and exposing people. They're bad people. The defending Elvis people are bad people. How dare they disagree with people? Because that's what we're really doing. We're disagreeing with people, or we are challenging people, or we are exposing things, the wrongdoing. Yeah. So I'm always like, a post came up last night. Oh, I love Elvis. I wish we could it all be about the love and the music. Oh, I love it. But how do we pay him back? How do we say, thanks for this amazing life that he gave us, the Elvis fans, that he gave the world. Because it's not just Elvis fans, it's the world. How do we pay him back? And I think a massive way that we pay him back is that we disagree and challenge the lies. We challenge the things that have wrecked and ruined his reputation. And so it's okay to, have a little dance around and, yeah, I love Elvis, dress up like Elvis, act like Elvis. Get it? But we got to defend him. We got to defend him. And saying that defending him is hate, causes drama, causes negativity. I think Elvis deserves better than that. I think Elvis deserves more than that. Yeah, than just let's go and put an Elvis song on. Let's go and watch his movie. Yeah. So, as I was saying just now, we're getting bombs fired at us. See, a lot of what we do is reactionary. Yeah. So these recent things that have gone on with Billy Stanley, we reacted to a bloody long interview. Yeah. Many things that were said were that we just weren't happy about because we just don't think it's fair. Yeah. And things were said about Elvis. I don't think it was fair. Things were said about Donna Presley. I just don't think it was fair. Yeah. Same goes when the Smiths, Danny Smith does his little rant about Elvis and defending Elvis and what we represent and how we, we bring up the books, don't we? We bring up, come on, that wasn't fair. You shouldn't have said that. The Elvis and the Memphis Mafia. Why did that need to happen? Elvis, Elvis, what happened? Why did it need to happen? We, you get it? So we get bombs thrown at us. So it's like, we get a Smith bomb, bang. We get a Stanley bomb, yeah. You get it? So then we react. Then we go, well, hang on a minute. Or someone will post a video and say something very negative about Elvis. He had weird, odd sexual fetishes. Well, prove it then, yeah. Because it's never been proven. Why did it even need to be said? You get it? So we're reacting to things. People will post a video. This happened, that happened. Yeah. And I'm like, well, what if it didn't? How? Elvis can't jump in and give his version. Priscilla's doing it with her book. Yeah. She's throwing bombs. Lisa this. Michael Jackson. Get it? Incoming. Elvis did this. Incoming. Ginger Alden. Get it? So it's like we are in a battlefield. We love Elvis. We love Elvis. Love is a battlefield. Yeah. Yeah. So then sometimes when you're in a battle, you got to come out fighting. You got to stand your ground. You got to stand up for yourself. When I say stand up for yourself, I'm talking about the right to defend Elvis with a group, with as a movement. Yeah. So there's obviously thousands and thousands of people that are with us, that want us to defend, feel that Elvis deserves to be defended. Elvis deserves better. Obviously I'm on that side. But there's, I would say hundreds of people that, oh no, Louis shouldn't be doing that. Louis shouldn't be doing it. It's all about hate. It's all about, attacking people and going after people. Do you get it? When the real thing that it's all about is that we are disagreeing with the lies said about Elvis. We're disagreeing. We think that some things that are said about Elvis, even if they're true, don't need to be said, especially by people that are close to him. Friends, family, whatever it is, stepbrother, cousin, ex-girlfriend, Memphis Mafia. Doesn't matter, does it? Private things that should have stayed private. Private means private. Yeah. So we come along and go, I do think at the very least, what we've achieved, I hope, at Team Elvis. And don't forget, we've got a long way to go, guys. This is very early days. Yeah, there's this. I did warn Donna Presley and a few other people. This is gonna be tough. This is gonna be a rocky ride. You know, this isn't gonna be a, oh yeah, come on, let's defend Elvis. This is good. No, 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 no. This is a battle. Love is a battlefield. That song is perfect. Yeah. Um, get it, incoming. Here comes another missile. Yeah. So it's always going to be like that, guys. There's always going to be two sides to it. You're always going to have the people that are like, nah, Elvis doesn't need defending. Elvis is all about positivity. There shouldn't be drama. There's too much drama in the Elvis world. The Elvis world is toxic. Yeah. At the moment, things have never been worse. Yeah. You'll get that. But then you'll be like, on the other side, of course Elvis needs defending. Look at the disgusting things that have been said about him for 40 years, and he's never been able to defend himself. Look at the disgusting things that have been said in front of Lisa Marie, and now she can't defend herself. She's not with us. But even when she was alive, she tried to defend. She did a few things, didn't she? You know, they deserve to rot in hell, that interview. Yeah. She obviously brought up the Michael Edwards stuff, and so she wanted the world to know how she'd been mistreated by Priscilla's boyfriend, Michael Edwards, you know, allegedly. So, you know, there's a lot of strong passion. We must defend Elvis at any cost. Yeah. Recently, we have this situation where Billy Stanley is like, oh, how could Donna Presley change her name? What would her parents think of that? You know, does she have to call herself a Presley to prove who she is? And then the next day I find out that Billy Stanley changed his name to Presley in the 90s, his last name. Do you see? Is that fair? Is it fair that a stepbrother who actually isn't a stepbrother because Dee and Vernon divorced? Is it fair that an ex-stepbrother whose family trashed Elvis, including his mum, points the finger at Donna Presley and says, you shouldn't be using that name just to prove who you are. You have no right to use that name, even though she is a Presley. She did grow up with Elvis. She is Elvis's first cousin. And then, shh, hush, hush. No mention of the fact that he changed his name to Presley. Get it? It's double standards. Yeah. So the thing I'm trying to say is there's always going to be two sides. You're always going to have the pro defending Elvis argument, and you're always going to have the anti defending Elvis argument. It's always going to be like that. It's never going to change. Yeah. Every day, new bombs, a new war, a new battle. That's how it feels. Yeah. But ultimately, what do we really want? We want to try and do what little we can to improve Elvis's image and reputation. Yeah, we want to be there for Elvis. We want to try and make a difference. Yeah, luckily we've got Donna Presley, Ginger Alden, people like that, Mindy Miller, people like that, that are saying, they're definitely saying to me, look, Elvis does need defending. Yeah, and they're also saying to me, Elvis would love that you defend him. But I also fully take on board that Elvis was all about love and wouldn't have liked all the arguments. He definitely would not have. But I still think he would love that we defend him. Because if we didn't defend him, if we didn't stand up for him, stand up for his honour, his reputation, then what? Then all of these people have been able to run riot for 50 years and nothing has been said. You get it? Obviously behind the scenes, the fans, the researchers have always defended Elvis, going way back to the 50s. But my point is, yes, it does feel like everything has come to the surface. Yeah, our movement defending Elvis has brought everything out. Yeah, we have shook up the world. Yeah, and there's a consequence to that because yes, we're helping in the way of. I like to think that people now at least think twice before they trash Elvis, before they tell private, personal details that he would not want shared. I like to think, maybe I'm wrong, but the Smiths are like, maybe I should be a little bit more careful the type of questions we discuss. Even with other people that were close to Elvis that are still alive. I like to think maybe they'll think, maybe I should have thought a bit longer before I said what I said. Yeah, there were many things said by Billy Stanley and Joe Sins in that interview that I think maybe could have been worded slightly differently. Yeah. So if we at least do that, if we at Defending Elvis, at Team Elvis, if we at least keep on enough pressure so that people are more careful how they talk about Elvis, yeah, more honourable, more respectful. Think about his feelings. When Billy Stanley said, Elvis slept with my first wife. To me, that was a mistake. To me, in 2025, 3 days ago, to bring that up, when we don't know all the facts, when Elvis can't defend himself, isn't that a low blow? Isn't that a low blow? There has been a massive reaction to that interview, massive, thousands of comments, yeah, and there should be, because the people that want to defend Elvis are like, why are you saying it? Why are you downgrading Donna Presley? Yeah. Why are you saying Elvis doesn't need defending? I think the thing that shocked people the most from the Smiths and from Billy Stanley is the fact that they say Elvis doesn't need defending. Surely that's shocking, yeah. So surely, because we obviously know the wrongdoing to Elvis, the unfair portrayal of Elvis. Whether it's true, whether some of the things are true or not, they're private things. Private means private. Elvis wouldn't want them shared by the people closest to him. So the point I'm trying to say is, I hope at least we can achieve that. I'm not saying we fully achieved it yet, but I hope we can achieve that people think about what they're going to say about Elvis. I think if we achieve that, we've turned a corner. Yeah. So when I get these fluffy posts sent to me saying, can't we just listen to the music and enjoy the movies, enjoy his beautiful personality, his charm, how sexy and handsome and talented he was? Yes, we can, but we can also defend him. I do agree we must do it in a way that is not hateful. Yeah, no anger, no bitterness. Let's not be cruel, and sometimes we do cross the line. There can be a bit of name calling sometimes. I called someone stupid yesterday because of their words concerning the Stanleys. Just ridiculous words that are incorrect and not true. So I called them stupid. Sometimes, sometimes we do a little bit of name calling. We do, yeah. It's I'm not extreme with it, yeah. I try not to make it hate, yeah. But we do have to give a bit of push. We can't be complete wimps, If we're being constantly attacked, bombs are being thrown at us. We can't just always be perfect people that without strong opinions. So sometimes there's going to be a bit of childish name calling. There is, I think someone messaged me last night trying to sort of stick up for Billy Stanley and Joe Sins, yeah, because I know how popular Joe Sins is. I know this was a big decision for me to decide to disagree with Joe. Don't forget, I like Joe. I like his channel. I think he's a lovely man. But I disagree with his stance on with Billy Stanley, with his thing about defending Elvis. The thing where he says, there's too much drama, and it's quite negative. We're having these arguments with people. I just disagree with him. I just think Elvis is worth it. I think. And when people say Elvis wouldn't like arguments, I agree. Elvis, 100%. Elvis wanted an easy life. He wanted peace in the valley. Yeah. But most of the trashing that happened to Elvis has happened after he died. So I would say 90% of the things, more, 95, 99% of the things that have trashed Elvis, that, you know, the wrongdoing to Elvis, happened after he died. So yes, Elvis in the 70s was very much, you know, a man of peace, a man of love. Yeah. Even this book, Elvis tried to be forgiving, didn't he? Yeah, with Red West, Sonny West, Dave Hebler. But the stuff that came out after Elvis died is shocking. It's shocking. So would Elvis be all about love and peace and happiness and walk around with a big smile on his face, knowing what happened to his daughter at the hands of Michael Edwards, knowing that the treatment of his daughter, just the fact that she died so young, would horrify Elvis. So no, Elvis wouldn't be happy. He wouldn't. And I think he'd want to be stood up for. I think he'd want to be defended. So anyway, guys, gotta go. I think you get my point. You know, love is a battlefield, guys, and we're gonna have to fight that battlefield. The bombs are still coming. Take care, everyone. Love you all.